Hey, what's going on? I'm D-Rage.
And I'm Wonder.
You're listening to Rage Radio. So basically, to start this first pilot off, I want to really quick explain how this is even happening, why this is happening, and what you're about to be listening to every week for an hour in your car. This was an idea I had about 2 months ago on my way to class in my car. I wanted to give an outlet for all the artists around here to really have somewhere to come talk and really talk their shit and bullshit and not feel like they're getting judged by anybody, or really just somewhere to talk your shit, really just somewhere to come and be like, nah, fuck that, this is really what I gotta say. And that's Rage Radio. So today I got with me my host. He goes by Wonder. I'm gonna let him explain himself.
My name is Wonder. My man's D-Rage. He brought the idea to me. We were actually sitting down at my house. It was like the first time we actually linked up. We got to talking about music. We started noticing we had, the same kind of similarities in taste. So he was talking to me about about starting a podcast. And, I'm like, I listen to podcasts all the time, and I'm just like, why can't I do that? Also, why not give us an outlet too as well? So that was another reason, kind of just came into play. So hopefully you guys will like what we got. We're gonna be bringing some cool topics here, a lot of cool music. We're gonna be having a spot to put our artists on that we work with too. So it will be coming.
Yes, all the homies that have nowhere to come, talk their shit, preview your music. That's what this is. So really, this is really the first podcast, the first episode. I feel like we really got to explain ourselves. Like, okay, so anybody that doesn't know me, I'm D-Rage. I'm a music producer from Bay City, Michigan. I make a lot of beats. I really like making beats. I've been making beats for about 2.5 years now. I use FL Studio. I got into it. I played drums for about 8 years of my life, and then really started saying, I don't want to do this anymore. There's no money in making drums. It seems, as long as it seemed like, you know what I mean? There's really no money in that shit, it seemed like. So I started making beats. I got really into it. I remember making beats on my mom's kitchen table with the keyboard all the way on the table. We just ate dinner an hour ago. I was making beats on the same table. So all those people out there that are really listening, that are making beats in their mom's basement with nothing, a laptop and a mouse, and maybe a cracked version of FL Studio, because that's what I had, this is your show to listen to. So basically, we're going to break this down for you. So that's the meaning behind this. This is really like a place where we're going to let all the homies come in and talk their shit, preview all their music, perform even. We really want to get some people on here perform. I know we do this thing called the Hip Hop Showcase. We're going to talk about that a little later, though. But that's the meaning. And it's really just a place for all artists in Michigan to come and preview music and get interviewed. People have never been interviewed before. The person we have today, the interview, has never been interviewed before in person. So I'm really excited about that, because this is a real deal homie. But I hope that explains Rage Radio a little bit. This is just a podcast, so we're going to get into it a little bit more. But
also, feel free, even if you're not a homie too, this is a spot for you. So
real shit.
We're not just going to be, segregating, homies from not homies. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to put on. We want to put, Michigan on the map. Yeah,
all the unknowns out there, like I was saying, FL Studio in your mom's basement, this is the place for you. I really feel like you can come on here and have a voice. So, should we talk about these little showcases that we put on?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Okay.
Let's get into that.
So basically, I had the idea. It's kind of like the podcast. Kind of how the podcast came up a little bit. I had the idea. There was nobody doing hip-hop showcases around this area, right? There's nobody to put any of these artists in the spotlight in front of a crowd. So I said, let's do it. So once a month, I'm going to let you talk. You so wanted to talk. Basically, once a month, what we do is we have about 5 to 7 hip-hop artists from around this area come onto our stage at Hamilton Street Pub in Saginaw, Michigan, and they perform for a half an hour. We give them a set list, and they do their thing. They have a half an hour to preview. Now, what did you want to say, Wonder?
I was just going to say, that just goes into, the podcast, all these people we work with, we know, and they're just putting their music out on SoundCloud, and, people are feeling like they might be obligated to retweet them, but, it's nice to be able to let them either showcase their talent whether it's at the pub or at another venue or here, and be able to talk, because like a lot of these people we talk to and are associated with, they have really dope personalities.
Yeah, they're cool ass people in person.
So it's nice to be able to see them out on stage, or whether it's on the the podcast, to hear what they want to say. It's not just all about the music either. You know what I'm saying? It's a culture.
Right.
That goes
Honestly, from the 2 experiences we've had with the 2 showcases right now, I know we're gonna let you talk in a second. We're not even started on our guests yet, but the experience I've had with these shows has really been, the first one was crazy. That was like 120 people came to our first hip hop showcase we've ever done in Saginaw, Michigan, right? So we throw the showcase, 120 people show up, right? We didn't know really what to do, right? It was more so like all the homies came, and then it was like, oh shit, there's actually some random people coming into this building to see what we got going on. And I really got the vibe that it was going to be a success, but that first show went so crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it had all the homies in there. People performed well. People were come up to me saying, we want you back. It was just such a vibe. And no one's really doing that around here. It's more so, it's a party in a sense, but at the end of the day, we have artists that aren't getting spotlight, aren't getting shine around this area, coming into a building where they're getting shine. And they're having... the last showcase might have done over 200 people, some, you know what I mean? We're having hundreds of people coming to a building to view people that are stuck in their mom's house because there's nowhere else to perform.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So how I feel about the showcase too, like the first one was crazy. Like, like it's like when you put out your first project, it's like that feeling, you don't have that exact same feeling. Like the second one, the energy was more... There was more of an energy, boost in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the first one, though, it's just like no one expected that. Like, like why? Like, there's actually people coming out to see me or my friends.
Out-of-towners.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. And, we had people come from Detroit, too.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. So, but like the first one, that was an experience in itself right there.
Yeah.
Just, seeing it all come into play.
Right. And not even like knowing what to do. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, I've never thrown a show in my life. Never. That was the first show I ever done in my life. So to show up to the place that I've done shows before and walk in there and be like, wow, these people are really coming out for something that I'm putting on now and that my homies and me are helping put out. You know what I mean? So like to have them walk in the building and be like, I want to see what's going on here, and to have over 100 people in such a small town, like Bay City or Saginaw, come out and show that love is so wild to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that that goes into play with that too. I mean, like, people mess with you, so you gotta think about it that way too. Like, they want to come support you because you support a lot of different other things too, other than just music. So
right.
that's just receiving your good karma.
Right. Shout out Paul and Mindful Arrogance.
Exactly.
Throw that plug real quick. So talking about plugs, find a plug, be a plug is our next topic. Really. So that kind of goes into what we were just saying about the hip hop showcase, though. We really are the plug in that sense. We're trying to be the plug. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's that hardship of trying to find the plug to do a show around here, because there's none. You know what I mean? There's those little pubs, those little bars. Excuse me, we are a pub, but there's those bars, those little pubs to do shows at. But there's not a venue that you can go and experience a show like we've been putting on these past 2 months.
So yeah, that just goes into like how I feel too. It's like a lot of things are like people are clicked up, so it's like there might be some venues, but you can't really get into the venues. But as far as like being the plug, you know what I'm saying? Like a reason why I started doing a lot of the stuff that I do as far as music related was like I'm tired of being dependent on like, oh, can I get in here and get studio time, or can I get in here to learn how to make beats? It's like, all right, let me go ahead, like you said, get the crack version of this, make the beats. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's why I started on.
Like just go ahead and just do it. As far as like when you were saying, how you never done a showcase before or whatever, right. It's like, you're doing it as you're going. And I understand that there's like, learning as you go. There's obviously pros and cons to that, but you know what I'm saying? You're hitting the ground running and you're making striations towards that.
Right.
So how I feel about this podcast is, we do have, a mentor for this and stuff.
Shout out Charles.
But at the same time, we are also doing it as we're going.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But with experience, and time, it's gonna get better and get more smoother. But
get that fan base.
Exactly. So that's how I feel. Like instead of like waiting for someone to hand you a handout. You know what I'm saying? Be the handout. You know what I'm saying? And just go ahead and make the strides that you want. You know, to see success. That's how I feel. You know?
And it's, I mean, would you agree that at the end of the day, those showcases are really just like, this is my homie. I think he's talented, or this is even somebody I've never heard of, but I just heard their music on SoundCloud last week, so I'm gonna let them have a little spotlight. You know what I mean? Have all these people come in here, see their face maybe for even like the first time ever. Maybe they've never been on a stage, and really just, and it's not like it's not like we're booking artists. It's more so like we're finding people that we really genuinely fuck with, and really just being like, I'm gonna elevate you to that next level.
Exactly, and it's exposing them, because like a lot of the times, a lot of those guys besides Brando, like that was their first time being on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the first showcase for sure.
They're very like, and typically like, you know, and that's okay to have that be your first spot to have, you know, your venue at or whatever. But that's the thing. It's like, how are you gonna get deeper into it if you don't have any exposure to it at all, or any type of experience on being on stage and being able to show your stage presence and personality? You know what I'm saying? It's giving them an opportunity, you know, and not that we're actually, you know, you guys are actually booking artists or anything. You know, you're finding people that are around here that you listen to their music, have heard their music.
Like we really listen to these people's music. You know what I mean? Like
support them.
Yeah, it's not. It's like I was saying. It's not like I'm booking you. Like, oh, here's a show, come up. Here's your money. You know what I mean? It's more so like, hey man, I've been listening to your song on SoundCloud since it came out. I want to see what you can do live. How can you do this live? You know what I mean? And that's what I love about it. It's really just giving these people that crazy outlet.
It goes to like, what are you doing it for? Like, are you doing it for a hobby? Or are you doing it because that's what you want to do? So it's like, all right, are you just making music for SoundCloud? Or are you just doing it out of leisure time? Like, do you want to get on stage and actually do it? Or are you just doing this just to, like, you know, follow the wave? Because, you know, obviously we see a lot more people making music here now. Each, you know.
Yeah, there's a big wave of people.
It is, but it's like, music. It goes from like, are you doing it for real? Or are you doing it for a hobby? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, so like, get on stage and like, you know, get yourself exposed, and that'll make you find out if you want to do it for real. Now, are people messing with your music, or do you not feel comfortable up there? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it too. You know?
And I'm gonna give one more shout out before we kind of switch the topic a little bit. But I got a homie named Hunter Green, my friend Loki, who's in the studio on Instagram Live, I think right now. He knows who my friend Hunter Green is. So this is a really big shout out. I'm gonna give Hunter a really nice shout out. Hunter Green is a rapper originally from Saginaw. He lives in New York City now. I had him in the studio, I want to say maybe a month ago. And we were riding around the car, and he said to me, he said, you don't want to be a rapper, you are a rapper, right? And I kind of I took that to heart a little bit, you know what I mean? Not just a rapper, but more so like, either you are an artist or you're not. You know what I mean? It's kind of harsh. It's more so like kind of filters into that, like, you either have it or you don't mentality. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, but and so I was like, man, that's right. Like, you really like. So that's in relation to the hip hop showcase. I really think that's like what those are doing, is making. Are you a rapper or do you want to be one?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that goes back to too. You know, like, are you doing it for fun, or are you doing it for real? You know what I'm saying? It's either are you full time or part time? Exactly. Yeah,
and it's just an outlet, man. I really, but if you guys want to check out these showcases, we should probably tell them where they're at. If you ever guys want to check out these showcases, we do have Facebook pages every month for them, but they are at a place called Hamilton Street Pub in Saginaw, Michigan. We're doing it monthly, obviously. So monthly, yes. Every month we'll have one here. Usually the Facebook page is up. Hopefully the month prior to it, but usually it's about a month away from the show. We do have a Facebook page up. It's all over our Twitters. D_Rage producer, and then what? Willie D is your Twitter?
I gotta rebrand myself, but you know what I'm saying? Because it goes from like being full time or halftime, you know? Because
you're like halftime.
There's a part where I was halftime, you know. You know, like, I'm in the process of.
You still getting that? The Twitter handles got.
The Twitter handles gotta go. I gotta, you know, part ways with Willie.
But yeah, I mean, are you serious? Are you serious or are you curious?
I'm very serious.
Exactly.
I just haven't got around to doing that.
Anyway, we do have a guest today, though. So I think I'm gonna let my friend here explain himself, but this actually I'm just letting you do the talking. Go ahead, my friend.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on,
What's
man?
going on, man?
Yo, I'm Trip. Yo, I grew up with these motherfuckers, Bay
Yes,
City,
sir.
Michigan, man. We out here grinding. I'm Trip. I now live in Los Angeles, California, new located.
Recently.
I'm a producer, artist, engineer. I do it all, man.
Yeah.
And,
Let's do this
You a
sick-ass
triple
on
threat?
Photoshop, all that.
You a triple threat, I see.
man, you gotta be able to do everything in this
More than a
industry
triple
nowadays,
threat,
bro.
man. So basically, do you want to explain how you met Trip first?
Yeah, I met Trip when I was in the
Yo, bro, we met a Banner when we first met, bro.
I know, yeah, we did. That was crazy too. This is when I was curious. He had a crack. He had a. I'm not curious, bro. God damn it. I was for real curious though.
Still
Like,
Willie D on Twitter though.
yeah, we'll see how long that
He's
stays.
gonna change it tonight and shit.
So I was curious. I was with my man Isaac. He raps. He was with his friend.
Yeah, we were 2-7, bro.
2-7. So
Shout out Twan.
Twan
Big
was
mid.
like, my man Isaac, he can rap, and Willie, at the time, Willie, whatever, still Willie, Wonder. He's like, I'm interested in getting him there. So, we pulled up the trips, and he had his crack version of Logic, and we're just sitting there. I'm watching him make beats. I don't know what he's doing. I just pull up a chair next to him. Don't know what I'm doing whatsoever. I just know that this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to sit.
You've been curious from the get, bro. I've known that ever since.
Oh,
I
so
met
you
bro.
know early you wanted to do this.
Been known early.
Been known early.
But
Okay.
I sat, I pulled up a chair to the right of him, and I remember the chair too. The chair was broken. It didn't have a
Who
back.
remembers the chair?
It didn't have
Remember
a.
that chair, bro?
It didn't
Yeah,
have,
I do. I do remember it actually.
It don't have a back. It just has wheels. So I'm just sitting there. I don't know what he's doing, but I know that I'm eventually know what he's doing, and that's how I met Trip. We made a couple songs together, sessions. Went over there, and he taught me some things, and so did Anthony. He taught me some things as well, and just
Yeah, Ant's been on the machine for a minute, hasn't he?
Bro, he got me on machine. I was on FO before. Yeah, then I met 2-7, bro.
Oh, you were?
And he posted a picture of the machine. And I was like, "What, bro? You produce?" Like, didn't know he produced and shit. He's like, "Yeah, dog. Yeah, bro. Let's make some shits." I sent him some of my beats, bro. Cause I was working with Javon, Track Boy at the time.
Oh yeah, shout out Track Boy.
Yeah. So I was like, bro, that bitch looks so dope, bro. I gotta get on that, dog. Like,
That's kind of how I felt when I saw FL for this first time. You know what I mean? Like sitting at mom's kitchen table, I'm like, I can remember. I feel like a cousin of mine had it, or I can't remember who had it, but I just remember it being like really colorful, right? Yeah. And being like, you're making sounds like it. You know what I mean? Like it was weird to me, like to sit there and be like, he's making like songs, right? Seeing this person do this, and I got curious, like you did. Like I pulled up a chair, you know what I mean? Exactly. And like, I just got real curious about it. And then all of a sudden, a month later, I'm ordering a laptop without really knowing that's what I want it for. And then, 2 months later, I've got a keyboard and shit.
That's
you know
just
what I
how
mean?
it goes. You just subconsciously find yourself doing stuff towards that.
Yeah, like I'm sitting on YouTube already looking up, or I'm looking up how much FL Studio is and stuff, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm getting the cracked version.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Like
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's just dope, though, how you build up. That's how a producer is nowadays. You're just always learning shit, and that's the hunger of it. You're building up constantly. Like, I need this new keyboard or this new drum kit, and I'll be so much better at it.
Yeah.
And then you get that, and you
Still feel
realize, you didn't make it yet, or like you still need to keep.
You still need to keep
process,
going,
bro.
because
that's
dope.
That's the hunger.
Yeah.
That goes to segue how I met DRH though too. I for like the first 2 years I'm making beats and stuff. Like I didn't buy any third-party plugins, no sounds.
It's a funny story actually. It's pretty funny.
Everything just 100% stock, and I was okay with that. I'm still okay with that because like he's saying. What Trip just said, you have to learn. You say, you get the new plugin or you get the new keyboard, but you still don't know what you're doing with the other stuff. But I got to the point where it's like, all right, I know what I'm doing to a sense to like, I can start incorporating some third party stuff.
Yeah.
So I tweeted out one day like, I need some sound packs and
Of course, I'm the first one to hit him up. Hey man, I sell something.
Yeah, and then Twan, 2-7 tweeted at me and or whatever and was like, mentioned at D-Rage, so I DM'd him, we linked up. Next day, I linked up, I got all these sounds and shit on my computer. He comes through, we chill,
It's funny.
kick it.
It's funny because it's funny because like we're talking about it's illegal, right? What, you know what I mean? Like it's not some shit. So I'm laughing because I know that like this is to everyone watching as well and listening. This is not my occupation. This is some bullshit that happened that we met. So don't think I'm out here just black marketing shit, right? But anyway, so yeah, I did pull up on him with the sounds. It really was. It's a weird way to meet someone when you're giving someone something illegal, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, damn. But anyway, no, we kicked it off quick, man. It was. Well, I think we linked on like the fact that we both love OVO, like 40 and like what he does for music and shit, and what he does for Drake. Yeah. And like I think we just kicked it off from there, and it was really like
This was like 2 months ago, too.
Dude,
3?
it was not long.
Not long.
And like
I feel like I've loaned you like.
And we're doing showcases
That's
together,
what I'm saying,
bro.
right?
Like it's so crazy. But that's really how I met Willie. But let me explain how I met Trip. So if I can remember, you know what I mean? Like it's sometimes I can't remember. I really feel like I met you.
We went over Twitter, bro.
Yeah, it was Twitter.
We
you know what?
And,
yeah.
I think you sent some beats through, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, dog, you live like 5 minutes away from me, bro. How we met, dog? Come through.
I'm within walking distance, sending beats and shit. I'm like, it's no. So anyway, I go over this this Trip kid, right? This kid's house, and I pull up, and there's a shed in the back. He's like I'm in the shed in the back, and I'm thinking I'm about to walk into like a studio or something. You know what I mean? Like or like a house. Right? I'm pulling up.
That's how I felt.
Yeah, I'm like okay, so there's a shed, right? I pull up in this first of all long ass driveway. If anybody's been to Trip's house, knows there's a long ass driveway. But I pull up in this long ass driveway. I'm pulling up and I walk up and I really do see a shed. I'm like, okay, this kid's not bullshit. Like I'm really pulling up like, and there's a shed. So I walk in, just mad nervous. I remember being like young, and like I kind of just started production.
You just started when I met you.
Yeah, I was really new to it, and like so I knew like walking in, I wasn't like offering anything crazy.
Right.
So like. It was more so just like the early version of me that loves like linking up with people.
Just networking.
Yeah, like, and it wasn't even like consciously trying to like I'm gonna link up with this guy because he does what I do. It was more just it was, but it was more so like I need like unconsciously I was like I need people that do what I do around me.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean?
Need friends and this shit.
Yeah, because I was sitting at the table and like I almost quit. Like I'm like, man, I love like playing drums so much at that time, and I was like, I just want to fucking play drums. You know what I mean? So like, it was just like your relationship was kind of like that relationship that like kicked me into gear of being like I want to start making like music instead of like really just playing drums all day. You know what I mean? And like, I remember, did we make beats when we started?
Well, I think we might have just talked. I think we might have tried making some shit, but like we eased into our relationship. Yeah. That's for sure. We just started chilling a bunch, like smoking down, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck.
Nah, bro. Yeah, we started making, but you were on FL at the time.
Yeah.
So learning
been on FL.
Yeah, learning a DAW when you're just like another DAW when you're still trying to learn your own DAW. That can be like complicated.
That shit is a little daunting.
There was like the baby stages of me like learning my DAW and shit, and then I'm already running into a kid that's like how many years in now?
Oh fuck, now 7 years. So then.
But that was like 5 at the time, probably.
5 at the time.
Yeah, so like this kid's 5 years into like still like double basically what I'm at now into like what I knew of music production, and I'm watching him make like bangers and shit, and I'm like, how do you do that? You know what I mean? Like, wasn't in the same DAW. I didn't really know about DAWs or anything like that. I was really just like, why does
you just wanted to make beats, bro?
I was like, why is his screen look so different than mine? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? I think, and like that's kind of what made me learn about DAWs a little bit. I was like, I gotta learn like.
It's interesting, ain't it though?
Yeah, I was
you see the plug-in chains.
Yeah.
And shit. You're like, what is that?
Especially like Logic's like EQs and shit. I was like,
beautiful,
dude. I was
Logic's
like, I don't have that. You know what I mean? So like, but that actually segues perfect into our next topic. production in itself.
Yeah.
So really, either of us could just
Hey, we're
start
all
this shit
on
off.
different DAWs too.
Yeah, you're on Logic still, aren't you?
Yeah,
Wonder?
I'm on Logic. I'm staying on there too.
Logic's dope.
But
But
I'm
I'm staying
I'll
on
probably,
this shit.
if I ever do go to one, it might be Ableton, because you done told me some
Dope.
things about Ableton.
Ableton's
Yeah,
gas.
he's
Yeah.
on Ableton.
But
Yeah,
right
he's
now,
Ableton.
I'm liking what I can do in Logic still.
Yeah,
You know. So.
yeah, especially getting some sounds.
Yeah,
and getting some. You
it's-
don't have any mixing plugins yet, do you?
No, not yet. No.
No.
Logic's got some good
Tax is
stock
coming
stuff,
back
so-
though.
Yeah,
So you know what I'm saying. I might get that Waves bundle.
coming.
That Waves bundle though. For real.
Yeah, but I really think like, man, I don't even know where to start really, because production's had so much of like a crazy impact on me. Obviously, just like catapulting me to where we're at now, sitting here literally right now, and or like just like my mood and like me being a happier person. You know what I mean?
When
Like
you're making music.
yeah, or just in general. Like if I
I live
wouldn't.
a fulfilled life. That's
Yeah.
what music is with me. I feel fulfilled. I have a purpose with
Yeah.
music. Instead
Or
of
like,
this-
yeah, you feel like
Yeah.
you've done something that day.
Yeah.
It's whether if it's music related or making a
Yeah.
beat or sitting down in a session. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. I think it's like, for me, it's more like learning, and it's so crazy because it's just like some people see this like you're just making beats, but to me, like I'm really sitting here like pouring my emotion into
Into
like a physical, like a thing you can physically hear. You know what I mean? Like
That's
it takes like a certain level of like emotion to really like sit there and like
make a beat or
and make some shit. You know what I mean? So like I think me, like when I say I'm living a happier life, I really think I wouldn't be like as not happy, but you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be in this.
There would be something else that you would be doing, whether it's like positive or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is something positive. It's
Yeah.
gonna have some
like
good
my mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my mindset is so like evolved and developed after making
And it's
music
just
for
like,
sure.
it just
so
makes
long, or
listening
so short, I
the
should
listening music experience is so much better too.
say. For sure.
With the
Dude,
trained
I'm so
ear,
glad
you know
said
what I'm
that.
saying? Having a trained ear, listening to music. Like when I
Right.
first started listening to music, that's me being curious. I was wondering like, why does this sound like that?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not the artist. There's no way. So that's why another reason I got into production. But like just having a trained ear, listening to music. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
And it's crazy because like I've met people in my life that like listen to music like they do make music, but they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know
like,
a couple people like that too. Like my my friend Joey, he's like that. He
Yeah,
doesn't make music, but he has like
He's got that ear.
that ear for it.
Yeah, it's
But-
so crazy. It's like it's I don't know. It's such a weird feeling to explain. Like I'm like I feel bad saying to people like, oh, you just don't get it because you really don't make music. But that's really all it is.
Not, yeah, like,
You know what I mean?
The
Like-
experience in itself, listening to something start to finish, that's a good project, mixed beats, is like,
Yeah.
it's probably an experience itself. And then also being in the essence of that too. Like when you're making a song and you're recording someone, and you know that shit slaps. Like,
Oh, there's nothing
just
like that.
And,
Oh,
or
yeah.
when you're making
and the reactions from
Yeah,
people in the
or-
room.
or when you're making a beat too, and you just get up out the chair and you just turn your
Dancing.
turn your monitors up louder because you know that shit's hard.
Yeah, and
know?
I think that's the feeling. Like I just love channeling. Like even when
Yeah.
I was like really starting, there was like, I mean I remember like I still remember like I think one of my first ever beats is still on my SoundCloud, or it might be private,
yeah.
but it's on there. So like
My shit's still on there.
yeah, and it's like you know that and I know you know that feeling too, Trip. Like that, like your first beat or first song that you were involved with that like really gave you like a feeling. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it's-
Like it
it's-
gave you more than just like
Give you that motivation.
Yeah,
You're
like,
I'm not
yeah.
fucking trash. I can
No.
do this.
I think
shit.
that's what the addiction is too,
It
or like
is.
wanting to do it all the time is like that feeling, like
Yeah.
because you know, and it's not like that's when you have to like be able to understand, like, and you're not gonna go into the studio every day, and you're not gonna make a hit every day. There's gonna be days where you're like, I'm not really feeling this beat. Even it might be hard to someone else's ears, but like just you all, at the end of the day, you're your worst enemy. So like you know how that is. But that's just the like the addiction to it. You always want to have that heat.
Yeah.
It's just like I can't wait to
The
have
next
that,
one.
That,
Yeah.
I can't wait to
That
have
next
that
one.
feeling
for,
again.
for
It just
me
feels
for me
good.
it's like I always want to like experiment. Like I really did start making, like I remember, like I'm gonna give a big shout out, like I remember when I first started making music, I wanted to be Metro Boomin, right?
Oh yeah.
Even like the cover to my first ever beat I put on SoundCloud was like a dope ass picture of Metro, because like that's really all that, like that's all the reference I had. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like this dude makes beats, and like he makes it on something called FL
That's
Studio.
probably why you like FL too.
Yeah, I really, I think that's why. You know what I mean? I saw Metro, I saw like Southside. I still love these guys to this day. You know what I mean? So like, for them to be making shit that like is being played on the radio, and like it's just like songs that I love, that I'm in playlists of my, you know what I mean? That like I'm like, damn, like and then once you start like really making music that you actually listen to, right? That's a feeling too. You know what I mean?
Feeling, yeah.
Like when you really are like, when you are leaving the studio and going home, or like making a beat and just playing it in your car when you're riding somewhere, like or something like.
When you can't sit it down, typically that's when you know it's hot.
Yeah.
Or you keep going back to it. Yeah. You know, it circles.
And like, I really wanted to talk about like being an artist, because I'm not an artist. You're not. No. You know what I mean? Trip is really the only one here that has like that artist. He knows what it feels like to put vocals, I guess, in a song. It's like a simple way of saying it. So like, explain to us what it really feels like versus like making a beat that you know you love, or like making a song that is like, I love this song.
There's nothing as satisfying as making a song. I mean, I love production, but like when you make a song and you hear them vocals, and like that, you can put so much more emotion in the song. Yeah. In my mind, that's why like I can go so many different routes and vibes with the production, but like my heart knows what I want to say. If I'm gonna write a song, you know what I'm saying? You know what you want to say, and you can channel that shit way better than like some fucking 808s.
How do you, so like when you're making a beat, you know, like like when you're making a beat, when I'm making a beat, at least it's like, it's interesting that I can put my emotions onto the beat, right, and I can send it off and see what that other person would be.
Right, but someone else could always feel it completely different.
That's what I like. That's what I like about it. So for you, how when you like your production style, do you like make a beat towards like, do you have something in your head? Or,
I always know what I like, and if I'm gonna produce something for myself, it's gonna be different. That's my main shit. I never want to like follow another artist. Right. That's why it's been dumb as hell to me. I want to be my own genre. I want to do my own thing.
So yeah, because I want to say it seems like you have a different type of
yeah.
But you're
I want to have a whole different aesthetic.
But I see like you're associated with hip hop, but like it's not hip hop.
It is. Most of my influences wasn't hip hop, but
you know.
He loves Blink-182 as much as I do, bro.
I love rock.
He's not hip hop. No.
But hip hop culture is just rock now. Hip hop, in my mind, hip hop is so diverse. Like everyone thinks it's the new schools or it's the old schools, and
or trap rap nowadays. Like it's either trap or it's not trap.
Because if you think about it, like as in that standpoint, it is like the new rock, because like Uzi is a rock star.
Because it's so subgenre. Rock is. There's a million different other rocks.
Prog rock, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the garage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that kind of shit. So like I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah, but it's easier to do a genre that you created versus, all right, I'm gonna go do some Metro Boomin shit that 1,000 other people are trying to do, and I'm gonna try to stand out in something that other people have taken over.
Hey, real quick, I want to be the first person. Like, I've never really heard anybody say this. Is opinion, I guess, so it's not facts. But I've never heard anybody say this like on the radio or podcast or anything. Fucking type beats are just trash nowadays. Like, why are you making type beats?
I'm glad we brought this topic up.
Please, like, I was waiting for one of you to be like, nah, fuck you, bro, I make type beats. But like, okay, this is all opinion, by the way. So please, anybody that makes like dead ass type beats and makes like 500K, set whatever off type beats, make your money, okay? Make your money.
Your own avenue.
But like, I don't understand why you would make a beat, right? Okay. You're making beats to sell them, make money. Cool. Right. Everybody does that, right? Everybody sells a beat at one point, whatever. But what is your long-term goal making YouTube type beats and selling them for $10 a beat?
Yeah, there's just no long-term goal.
Where's the business? Where's the, you know what I mean? Like,
unless you got like a lot of subscribers.
Yeah. You just want money quick. That's all they want.
And that's fine. Like I said, like making money quick like that, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you really got to do some shit where like, damn, I got to sell some beats and get some money.
But what's their longevity? Because like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you want to have your own type beat.
Yeah.
You want to have a Wonder type beat.
Like, why would you type beat? Why would you want to make a beat?
Be yourself.
There's also
like, I want to make a Metro Boomin type beat.
One thing I will say to counter that though, like some of these guys really can make it sound like that type of beat,
and they're probably getting placements. And that's amazing.
Because that's emulation. Like a lot of times in music, you have to be able to emulate something. So that they can probably emulate really good, but that shit is fucking like it's like, why do that?
But have you ever heard a type beat that was like, damn, Drake? Okay, I'll say I'm gonna take that back because we're really talking on the air now. I can't say some shit. But have you really ever heard a beat where you were like, I would absolutely love to hear Drake on this? Or I have, but it's like, it's just that topic that I know I'm gonna get a bunch of people like, fuck D-Rage, he said type beats are trash. But like, it's not an avenue where I feel like you can have that longevity to stay in this game and be the next Metro, or be, you know, like,
unless you're like got a lot of subscribers and you know you're
or you started in this shit. Shout out like Johnny Giuliano, you know, or people like that are really like pioneers of this YouTube.
That's
shit.
different though. That's totally different.
But that's like they already have a lane. You know what I mean?
They created that lane. That's different. That's what I mean, you know.
So I just wanted to talk. I wanted to touch on that real quick because I don't want to get too into it because I know as soon as there's just a big group of people. Because I studied this shit, that love type beats, right?
Type beats, yeah. I'm
like,
not really into type
they
beats.
love them. You know what I mean?
Them.
That's really, and I know Loki can probably attest to that because he raps on type beats sometimes. But anyway, we're not gonna get too into it. that's just asking to say, you know, someone say fuck you or whatever. But anyway, so Trip, what's it really like living in Michigan and really moving to LA like that? What's the first thing that you thought when you landed and you were like, damn, I live here now?
Wait, no, first, let's backpedal. What was it that made you go out there? Like,
the scene. There was no scene here like there is now starting. But when I left, I grew up years here just doing what I wanted, loving my shit, and everyone was just like, didn't get it. Not that I don't care if they like my music and shit, but like people literally didn't even understand. There's a fucking kid in this small city doing something he fucking loves, wanting to do it for the rest of his life, and it makes him happy, and niggas couldn't stand that shit. Like, deadass, they couldn't.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
In LA, like,
it's not.
Well, I just always known what I wanted. I always know I want to do music. So.
It's like people think it's corny here to do what you want to do.
But you got to a point where I can't do this here anymore and be as successful as I want. Like, it just isn't going to work unless I'm sending 50 emails out a day, networking like a bitch on Twitter all fucking day, Instagramming, because connections are here. Like, as a producer and engineer, like, it's one thing if you're an artist and you had a fucking song blow up on SoundCloud. Right. It's like, oh, deuces, I'm out.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, because
but where do they go when that song blows up, right?
Well, but I'm saying, like, in a city. Like, if you're in a small-ass city here, stuck here, like, you have more...
I see what he's saying. Like, all that time doing those emails and promoting yourself, that's taken away from you being an artist or a producer. Like,
or you could be in person, working with people.
Be in person,
and, like,
which is even better.
Exactly.
So what do you say back to the people that counter that argument and say... It doesn't matter if you're in a small city or not. You do have the internet nowadays.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. You can be on the internet all the fucking time and doing that shit, but I can't stand that shit. And I want to be in the studio all fucking day.
You want to create.
Exactly. Yeah. I just want to always be making new music. Like, that's all I want to do is wake up, go to the studio for 12 hours.
Not to mention like that vibe out there too. Like, it's just why would you
want
being out there? You know.
It's also in my experience because I went out there for the first time this summer, right, for a week. I went out there. And I got blindsided by the culture shock.
The culture difference is crazy.
And I love that shit.
I went out there, and as everybody knows, I'm a white boy that has grown up in a city that there's not a lot of white rappers. Period. And shout out Loki right behind me. There's not a lot of white rappers, or there's not a lot of white people that do what it is that Trip does and what it is that I'm attempting to do, right?
Right, exactly.
So for me to go out to a place where the music scene is absolutely incredible, the people there are absolutely incredible, and then be from somewhere there, like you were saying earlier, it's quote unquote corny to make music here or try to do something like that, right. Where in another state like that,
a Bay City rapper,
it's so accepted.
That's so rude to call somebody that.
So exactly. And but it coming from somewhere where it's corny to be a rapper or be an artist, right? And then going somewhere where everyone's like, that's what everyone does. You know what I mean? Like, you're not an artist. You know, you don't create. So
this was my shit though. It's like here, I was the best producer or one of the best. No one could tell me different. But now I knew I was going to a city. So that's part of like pushing yourself too, like being one of the best producers in your area, and then going somewhere where like, you're at the bottom. You got to climb all the way to the top again. You got to meet all these people. You got to get your skills.
And that's like the bottom of the bottom. Oh. Like, there's how many people in LA right now?
13 million.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles County.
And just imagine all the clout producers, the clout rappers that you have to just funnel through to actually be like, no, dude, like, I'm a dope dude. Like, I got talent. And I'm really trying to do something, which is, you know what I mean? Like, he's going out there.
Think about who you could run into, though, too, at the end of the day. Right time, right place, that type of shit, too. Oh, man.
And talk about your Jose Guapo little something that you ran into.
Hey, yeah. Well, we got a placement with Jose Guapo. This man's is It's not released yet. But
Kind of explain how you talk to him though. That's crazy.
how I ran into the dude.
Yeah.
Just walked up to my apartment building. There's a homie upstairs, Chris, that I know, and what's up, bro? Like, they had face tats and shit. I was like, yo, what's up, bros? I just got back from a jog. Tapped them up. I'm like, what's up? We're talking
Healthy
and shit.
life.
They're like, you do any drugs? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've experimented, bro. So
Right.
why? When we start talking, they're like, he's trying to hand me a CD. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I don't want no CD, dog. Like, them corny ass rappers passing out CDs. Whatever. I took it, went inside, looked the dude up. He's got a fucking song with Quavo.
Right. He was
I'm like, what the QC? What the fuck? Texting the manager, like, yeah, bro, we gotta link up tonight. I'm like, this dude, because there's so
Got his
many
attention
people
quick.
in LA that are like bullshitting your ass, bro. And she's like, oh yeah, bro, I'm about to have a no jumper interview. Whatever, bro. You're passing out CDs outside my apartment building.
But you gotta grind though.
No, you do. You do.
That's
gotta grind.
crazy.
But I find that shit so corny, bro. Because that's like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Passing out. Go
We
pass
got-
out your SoundCloud link, dude. I don't
Yeah.
even have a.
Or have a
fucking place.
USB on you.
Yeah, I don't have.
I feel like the USB is the best bet
Yeah,
right
have a
now.
as a
USB on
producer
you.
because.
Yeah.
How else are you gonna get your beats to someone? I mean, I keep them in my text messages at all
I
times.
do that shit too.
So
I thought I was the only person who did that, but he does that too.
I do that too.
I just always
It's like the MP3s.
Yeah.
and you send it, dude. I do that for songs.
People hate when I
everything.
do that shit because I don't send it to Dropbox all the time. I do have Dropbox finally now, but it's like, if I
Gotta
got
have
a beat, I'm
Dropbox.
sending it to you straight to your inbox. Like,
Right.
I'm not trying to do the email.
It's like
like,
what I've experienced from like sending beats because it's such a hassle, right? Like it is a hassle unless it's like your homies where you're
Yeah.
really like, here's the beat, you know what I mean? But like it's like people need that one click. I'm listening now. Like Trip was saying, he keeps it in text. Like as soon as he clicks it and presses play, they're already hearing his beats.
Exactly.
So I feel like producers really need to narrow it down to a one click, even if you're in person.
To be accessible, you know?
Yeah, accessible, exactly. If you're in person, hand them a USB drive, and as soon as they plug that bitch in, there's all your MP3s right there. They can click and play. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
And what do you guys think of tags? I'm gonna
Tags.
Tags are
producer
smart.
tags.
'Cause
I
if
like
you send a
tags.
beat without a tag, that shit'll get stolen, bro. I've
But
learned
what
that
about
in
the
LA.
Now, how pissed would you be if you had someone blow up on your shit and
no tag?
no tag or no means to contact you, or they just did
Oh,
that on
that ass.
purpose? You'd be sick. I just haven't found a way to tag my beats
Yeah.
yet, like how I want it to sound.
I think there's a big controversy and corniness thing behind like tags right now. Unless your tag is like something crazy, like a Metro tag or something. Like you hear all these people like buy beats now. You know what I mean? Like on their beats.
that's
like
I don't like that. I'm talking
No.
about like you mean like tag throughout the whole beat?
just tags in general, I guess.
Oh,
Like they're,
yeah.
I mean those kind of tags are tags, and then you have the tags like mine. I love mine.
I like yours a lot.
I love I think
yours is dope.
just Metros is cool. Like the classic 808 Mafia. Like
Yeah.
all these guys that have their tags that are just dope tags, like London on the track, whatever.
But you know,
whoever.
like you typically though, like when you hear that tag, it's associated with something hard. That's
Right.
why I think
That's what you
tags,
want it to be, at least.
And I think that's what I think tags are cool. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying, when you hear Thugger on a, you know, like we got London on the, you know, or,
Right.
or when Drake says that we got London on it, and this is all God's plan. You know,
Right.
like that shit's
You
coming
get
in.
geeked.
Like something's hard about to come
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
It's like I do like tags.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying to like dead that conversation of like producers thinking like it's. I don't know what you're. What are you thinking when you throw buy beats now on like your whole beat? Like I get that you're trying to tag the whole thing, but just, if you do like that studying of how
it's not
people
that
react to
serious,
that,
though.
yeah, if people
It's not
Tags are
serious.
dope if they're using it as a brand, but the second people oversaturate it, just because you're gonna steal a beat,
Which it
and they
is
don't-
already,
That's
though.
what I'm saying.
You know what I
it's
mean?
dope like how, when you brand yourself and do it. But these dudes that do it like 10 times throughout the
Yeah.
beat, it just throws the beat off.
Like,
That shit gets
honestly,
annoying.
I mean, if you look at people's reactions to when they're listening to a beat, like in the studio or something, and buy beats now is all
Throw
over
it-
it, they're like, bro, turn this shit off.
throw
like,
it out, throw it in there at the middle and somewhere towards close to the end, and then
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Just be strategic about it.
Like you don't have
you know
to
what I
throw
mean?
it in there every 20 seconds. Like not every 20, like, you know, every, you know, 2 bars. Like just throw it in there like 3 times.
Right.
And points where they can't make a song.
Right. That's
Like,
exactly.
like, you
Like,
know, like,
it's
all
like
right,
it's,
let me-
if you throw it into like the transition or right in the middle of like an 8-bar loop, right, where the verse is
Exactly,
supposed to be or something, you're good. Don't put it every 20
That's what I'm saying,
seconds,
you're good.
dude.
Like, just
you know,
boom.
like I'm just cutting up on like those producers that don't know better. I'm trying to teach. At the end of the day, are we not trying to teach
Yeah,
people a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm still
like
trying to learn. So
for
let me know.
just just be smart, be strategic. So living in LA, right? My dream is to live there. You know what it's like to live there. What's a day in LA with Trip look like to you? I know, but
a day in LA, bro.
Not a wild one, a regular one.
I mean, one thing I live by now is the first 10 minutes of your day. How you spend the first 10 minutes of your day will predict the rest of your day. So
you gotta win the day.
So you gotta wake up and be ready to go. I used to wake up, like, roll over in bed, look at Twitter, Instagram. That shit's toxic.
For
especially
sure.
out there
I still do that, man.
in this city that there's no one ugly. Like looking at all the LA people. Like, that shit's toxic, bro. You gotta get up. I read. You know how we read,
Good
bro.
shit.
Wake up.
Love reading.
Just
read
get
every
right
day,
to it,
man.
bro. That's the main shit.
It's healthy for your mind.
Yeah.
It is.
Just read 10 pages a day, 15 minutes a day, read. You know what I mean? Like those people, I put out a tweet, I think whenever I put out, I was like, the people that say I haven't read a book since high school, you scare me.
Like
what do you do? Your brain is fuzz. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, get some
sharp.
knowledge in there,
Be
man.
sharp.
Knowledge is fun. We sound like some teachers on this
Be
bitch. We're
sharp.
talking about hip hop music and also talking about.
But it's true though.
It is though. Like, just sit down.
Well, you're on your own to get your own education if you're not going to college or something.
Exactly.
Like, you're on your own. Our fucking high school
Like,
system,
you're just gonna
trash.
you're just gonna spend you know, after high school the rest of your life like never learning again. You just want to be like, I got a high school education till I'm 80. You know, like,
it's not really
learn,
accounting.
you know,
Like even having a bachelor's degree nowadays doesn't really amount to much, and you know, it's like, you know, you gotta have that master's or PhD, like, you know, like, so if you're not sharpening yourself up or trying to learn things,
would you say it's almost like you gotta have like that street mind, like, you know what I mean, not street, but like have that business mind to know like there's aspects of life that get you places that are not in a textbook or not in a classroom.
Most definitely, yeah.
You know,
you can't learn everything on paper. You have to actually go in there and get into the trenches. You know, the trenches.
You gotta fail.
And you gotta fail too. And you gotta do some
lot.
shit that sucks too.
Yeah.
And keep yourself humble and know, like, hey, I just fucked up. Maybe I need
like
to
sit
back and listen.
If anybody that's listening to this podcast is not fucking up, like monthly, right?
Yeah, you're
like
not really
even
trying.
Weekly. If you're not daily, fuck it.
You
like,
scared to fuck up.
Yeah,
Please.
like if you man, you gotta really fuck up. Cause how are you gonna learn? How the fuck are you gonna learn, bro? Like you have to fuck up and like almost get laughed at type shit to really just be like, I really know not to do that. Like I'm gonna change next time I go to do whatever it was that I just fucked up.
That's an experience. It's like, oh, I know not to do that no more.
Don't do it. You know, like it's really just get out of the house and really just like go. Don't be scared to like walk in
That's what he's
show
That's
and
what he's saying.
meet
Like
people.
going out to LA, meeting people. Like instead
You know.
of being on Twitter and networking, you can do it anywhere. Doesn't matter where you're at, but like be hands on.
But that's the thing in LA too. I learned you gotta go to these parties to meet people.
Real
That's
shit.
music, bro.
Exactly.
Like
They're not walking down the road.
That's how it goes.
no,
You know what I mean?
you gotta be in the studio 5 a.m, 4 a.m. Like that's really how these dudes is working. Like it's crazy. Like how much it's fucked up my sleep
lifestyle.
schedule. But
Yeah.
It's worth it. I mean,
Yeah, the LA sleep schedule, man. I really remember being out there and just like feeling like an aura of like I need to work harder.
Something, something.
You know what I mean? Like I went out there from living here for 18, 19 years, and going out there and being like, I work pretty hard, and then going out there and meeting
That's
guys
how it
that
is.
are, damn bro, I'm trapping and I'm selling Airbnbs and I'm making beats and by the way, I got a session tonight.
It's grinding.
Yeah, it's like
I know what you mean, because you see them riding around in Porsches or Bentleys or Lambos, and you see we're from here. Stuff's not that expensive when you go out to eat and stuff like that too. You're sitting there like, damn, for this.
I spent $300 on food for 1 week, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So
$300.
it's like you got to step up. You got to step it up, and this is like what you want to do. So it's like, you know what? I got to grind if I want to get to this point. So I feel what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's why I like going to other places too.
It's just that it's like scary motivation. Like it makes you feel like, damn, I'm gonna fuck up if I don't keep going harder. But at the same time, like you come back with that motivation. Like I really gotta go hard though.
Yeah, coming back from like a bigger city or somewhere different. Like you ever notice like you grind like a little bit more harder?
Yeah.
When you end up coming back,
you come back, you're like, shit, I'm about to get in the NFL right now.
Yup. You're like, doom.
You're making, you're making
instantly
beats.
like, ah, shit.
You're making beats on the plane and shit back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yup, I'm definitely capturing this.
You're figuring out Instagram algorithms and shit on the plane home, Twitter and shit. That's what I was doing. I went out there, dead ass. We went to who was the homie that we went into?
The homie Underground.
Yeah, underground hip hop. Shout out Underground Hip Hop, man. They that's a good ass dude right there. But he I remember him looking at my Instagram. And the dude, ass trip, I was dead ass like I was hurting after he was like
You
giving
cut
me
up
these
on
lessons.
my man's though.
And like he was like, so like I'm kind of like I'm really not a social media guy, right?
Right.
Like I go on there to talk my shit and I'm off, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
But the guy was like, let me see your Instagram, and I'm like, okay, cool. Gave him my Instagram. You know, I'm 400 some followers, just not much, you know, and like looking at my posts and shit, he's like, you gotta post twice a day, bro. You gotta be and like dead ass. Like the rest of the time I was in LA, I'm like.
We were talking about that.
Yeah,
shit,
I was like, I got. Let me just get this picture off and post it.
You gotta brand yourself.
Yeah,
Be
and like
interesting.
That dude also told me another time. He's like, tell me an artist that hasn't been a meme in the past 10 years. He's like, every successful artist is a meme nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like that. You got to be a meme. A rapper's a walking meme. I like thought about that shit. I'm like, duh, that ass.
That's just, and that's how
That's real.
times
that's
are
that
changing.
retweets.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I
just
mean?
because people relate to you and they love it. Like that's just retweets. Like you're saying, they relate to it, they retweet it, they see your face, and like,
Or if it's funny as fuck too, like that'll get you put on too.
That's my type of
If you do
memes.
something
Like,
stupid, then you
listen to
can-
this. Like all the Drake memes, right? Listen. Kind of remember back when Drake put out the Hotline Bling video.
Yeah, like
what
that
the
sh-
fuck?
That shit blew up.
That did a
Or-
billion views, right? But a billion views because probably 500 million of those were probably, oh shit,
Memes.
this is the meme video.
Yeah, or gifts, yeah.
Young kids, right?
Yeah.
Ariati, he blew up off of meme. That's all this shit is. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and
what they're trying to do.
It's
never
not even
know
like
it, yeah.
it's not even like disrespect. It's more so just like that like business aspect of thinking like this dude really blew up because he was a meme, and now he is doing shows that you're wishing you're doing.
Exactly.
So kind of it's almost like you need to rethink a little bit what it is you're doing. You know what I mean? Not don't wake up and be like, okay, how can I be a meme? And walk out and do some dumb shit and be a meme.
It's
There's
just
a
a marketing
Like
strategy.
that goes
Yeah.
like, what is that dude?
Yeah.
What does he go by? Boot Gang or
Oh,
whatever?
Boom Gang?
Boom
I
Gang.
can't stand
Man,
When
no,
he raps though. Did you know that?
He's about to have a
I
kid,
haven't
too.
heard it.
No, but
that's
he-
not good.
No,
that's
no,
not
but
he
He's
good.
out
raps
here
though, but
flexing
he's
guns
doing
still.
all
That's not good.
he's
dude.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Creating a lane, getting obviously, you see him doing some ignorant ass shit online.
But at the end of the day,
But he
like,
raps like that's.
But you gotta do what you
but
gotta
who
do.
doesn't know Boot Gang
to get
at the end of the
on-
day?
like-
You know, like
But
people were
that's like
saying Boot
another.
Gang.
That's like another like you're doing something else, but this is what you often want to do. Like you're getting yourself attention. So like sure if you ever heard him drop
Yeah.
a song, you're like that's
Can't
really
just-
him.
Yeah, I bet if he drops a song, I don't know, just specifically him. I don't know if like all the videos are popping that much anymore. But
No.
when Boot Gang was at its height, right? That's just an example. Shout out Boot Gang, I guess. But
Okay.
like
Fuck that nigga.
when no, we gotta cut that out. But like when he was at his height, right? If he dropped, I don't know if he dropped a song when he was at his height, really. But if he did, I bet it got views, hella views, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Off just retweets and just people being like, this dude is ignorant as fuck. But I'm gonna listen because I'm gonna see what he has to say on the track. So like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's really like, but I'm a big advocate of like, how do you want to blow up? You know what I mean? Do you want to be a meme and be a meme forever, or do you really want to blow up?
It's like a
'cause
legacy.
You
You gotta
got,
be slow and could like have
Yeah.
more longevity.
yeah. Do you want to have
Overnight.
longevity, or do you want to be a meme for 10 years?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's the mindset I can see. But it's either way, they're making their money. You know what I mean? There's that argument. There's always going to be that
I
argument.
guess
They're
you
still
can't
making
hate
more
on
money.
it though. You can't hate on it at the end of the day
it's-
because if you were in that position, you'd be like, you know what, I'm making money, and you would still be trying to make as much as you can.
Yeah,
So,
it's what kind. It's really just what kind of legacy do you want? Nothing is wrong about it. You know what I mean? If that's what they want to do, fuck it, let them do that. But I like legacies.
Yeah,
I like
I
being
definitely
able to
feel you on
be
that.
70 years old and people being like, I can't believe you made that track.
or
You know
like
what I mean?
Like a Quincy
that-
Jones kind of legacy or
Yep.
something like that. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can be an old head or like a Russell Simmons or something. Or like a Jimmy Iovine, you got a legacy, that's
Yeah.
not tarnished, and you didn't come up on some bullshit. You came
Yeah.
up grinding, and
You know?
you were there. Like
Right.
you put the work in.
Right. It's
I see what you're saying because
Yeah.
I feel you. That's how I feel too.
Yeah, and I want my music to live. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be a Vine or anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't want my career to be, damn, he was a Vine. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah,
sounds
like-
terrible. Like I don't.
But how do you feel though? Like this, so like like us being producers and stuff, coming up in this digital era. Like, how do you feel about that? Like as far as like everything,
as far as just being a producer that has a lot of like
digitally things,
yeah,
but that's the thing. That's gonna, if you got good shit, it's always gonna be available.
Man,
it's
listen.
not gonna get lost in the archives because it's it's on the internet now.
The cream always rises to the top.
So how do you feel about that? Though?
I feel like there's some talented ass people out there making some crazy music on a laptop and a mouse, right? With all their sounds and drums. I feel like there is, because I was that person at one time that was really like, I can make some dope shit. I could still sit down with a laptop right now and go crazy, but and there's nothing wrong with being on just a laptop. Trust me, I was there.
No,
but
not at all.
I think, like, to expand. We're just talking about just like music in general.
Yeah, just
right?
in general.
Okay.
Just in general. Not bashing it or going against it or going for it. I'm just one. I'm just.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, I like how much digital shit is going on nowadays. I like being able to wake up and see another advancement in music technology.
I like it too.
I love it. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of aspects to it that suck, just because like it's not like just talent anymore, right? It's not like I make the craziest beats on my laptop and that's why I'm working with Drake or I'm working with the biggest artist in the game right now. It's like Trip was saying about LA, it's networking, right? It's really networking. It's really like, if you don't know, this person's manager or whoever you need to get those beats to, chances are you're not gonna get it heard. You're not gonna get it like importantly heard, I'll say. So I like it. I like the digital age of music. I think there's a lot of stuff good things that come along with it. I also think there's a lot of bullshit that comes with it.
Most definitely.
Everyone's at that same level. You know what I mean? Everyone
starting like, because right now everything's starting to sound the same as far as like trap
music,
beats.
especially. I'm kind of over it.
That's the down side of it, but like the good side of it is like like you can do so much more stuff. Like like if you want to literally.
Well, think how diverse hip hop is now versus even 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like that shit was gangster rap and like 3 styles of it.
But like people can't stand it though. Like I'm on the fence about it.
No, I love all that shit, but I'm just saying like it's so wide and it's only getting wider.
Yeah, it's only gonna get. That's just how it's going. Like I'm on the fence about it, but like just like loving music, you can't just be like.
Yeah, you gotta be able to hear the other side.
Yeah, you can't just be so hard on it. That's what I have to learn.
Yeah, that is. A man should always be able to argue the other side. That's one thing I've been told. Like, you shouldn't preach something if you can't understand and argue the other side for someone else. Like, don't bitch at me about the president if you can't understand my side.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to bitch at you about your president because you're closed-minded. Like, I can understand both sides of why you voted for him.
Exactly. Right. Have an open-minded thing.
I mean, my thing is like we love the digital age because really that's all I've grown up around is everything is digital type shit. You know what I mean? But like, it is amazing because you'll go into these studios in a place like LA that are multi-million-dollar studios and they have the latest digital everything, technology, everything, and you're like, wow, how could this ever be better? And then something new comes out the next day. And then, I think that's the aspect of it I don't like, is that like there's never gonna be a point where it's like
it'll always evolve. Like,
it just keeps, and that's amazing. Yeah. But like, wouldn't it be awesome to just be able to know that like you're always gonna be on the same level technically as someone else, or in their same it's I guess it's hard to describe. It's amazing. It is amazing.
It's like you can't master. I feel like what you're trying to say is you can't master something completely
because there's so much. There's so
you could never be at the top forever.
Yeah,
so no, it's kind of like that.
But that's the one thing.
Know when your time is.
That's what makes it interesting too, because like if something new comes out, you gotta hop on that to stay current. Or you know what I mean though. Like
I think that's what a lot of people are doing with trap music. Ever since like it got quote unquote mainstream to do trap music, like I think I don't want to talk too much shit, but like I think songs like Gucci Gang, right? We bring up Gucci Gang. Everybody has that opinion that it's too repetitive, the beat is too whatever. It's trap music, right? That's what's popular right now. You can't really argue against the fact that song is like out so streamed and so like it's
like you're not making them.
And it's hype.
It's not making them listen to it.
It's a feeling. It's a vibe. Like I think 24. Can we say 14 and up? Whenever is like vibe music.
Yeah.
Like I know that there's gonna be a lot of old heads that are gonna say, well, like this was when but in my personal opinionated experience, it has been vibe music for about 3 or 4 years now. Right.
Yeah, like, like Party and stuff like that. Like, just vibing. Or like
Yeah.
Tory Lanez, I think he be having a nice vibe too.
Tory Lanez is spitting now.
Yeah.
He's been spitting, but
I like them chicks tapes though. That's
crazy.
That shit is a vibe.
Crazy. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's what we have to live with. We can't. We're never gonna be back in the days of full analog, or we are the digital age. We're that generation. This is technically why we have this podcast, is to give that voice for the age that is stuck with the digital age.
Exactly.
We don't have a choice. This is what we have.
It is what it is.
You know what I mean? So
unless we're able to get into one of those studios that has the SLX board, sorry, the silage.
I can't even talk.
I can't even say it.
Willie D can't even talk.
SL boards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be opposed to learning that. But this is what we're doing. Like, you know what I mean?
I think it's all about just making the most of what you got. You know, if you got a laptop and a mouse and maybe Omnisphere, make some crazy shit in Omnisphere.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Like, go ahead. So there's nothing wrong with any of it.
No, not
it's
at all.
just
long as you're getting what you like out.
Right, exactly. So
End
get what you like out. Just put it out. Exactly. Put it on SoundCloud. Anywhere. Exactly. You know what I mean? Just get it out.
Get it out to the masses. You never know who might click on it.
Yeah. So, like we were saying, off camera a little bit, off whatever. It's very hard to stay constantly productive in LA, right?
It's hard to stay constantly productive anywhere.
But LA is
it motivates me more.
Yeah.
Because you either adapt or be killed. Like, you're either gonna
explain that a little bit.
Or you're gonna fail.
Explain that to the people that have never been to a place like LA.
Right, it's a grind. You don't even realize how big of a grind it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, any big city. I mean, we come from a small place, bro. You can live off $300 a month and pay your rent.
Yeah.
That's what, $100 to eat and get gas.
Right.
I mean, are you talking about like the grind, what it takes?
Just like
it takes mentally. You got to be like mentally prepared for this shit. Because like people think the second they land in LA, like, oh, I made it. I've done, like, to me, like, people like you
step in line.
You're doing it. It just started.
Yeah.
I just finally am getting the chance to do what I want to do.
Right.
It's finally just I get to see it. Like, it's not. I don't have it. Like, it's so much bigger than this. Everything I want to do, everything.
It makes you kind of like realize that. Having
the doors are easier to open. They're way closer versus
Yeah, that's I like how you said that. Yeah.
Having like 1,000 views on SoundCloud, where you know, living in a small city where like having 1,000 views might be, wow, I got 1,000 views. Somewhere like that, if you don't have at least 1,000 views on every song,
right,
you're not even relevant. You know, you're still. I think it's something that everybody needs to experience at some point to just be humbled.
Yeah,
and be
definitely
put into a place where they know, like, specifically music, because this is
to be
it's a music podcast. You know, I was very uncomfortable in LA.
You gotta put yourself in uncomfortable positions to thrive. You just have to. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what we're doing with the hip hop showcase.
That's the only way you see success.
Yeah, like we were saying, fail. Just fail. Just literally fail.
Get uncomfortable.
You won't get nothing if you don't risk nothing.
No,
because someone might like, people really might like that. You know, you getting uncomfortable doing what you like, and then it's hard, and then you can just be yourself. You feel me? Like, being uncomfortable, putting yourself in that position. If people start fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? You'll start getting less uncomfortable, and you can just be yourself. And that's nothing better than just being able to be yourself and doing what you love.
And that's what I felt like in out in a place like LA. It was really going out there and being like, I didn't, like, to my core, I did not feel judged, no matter what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It was never like, I gotta dress different, or damn, what am I gonna wear today? Like, it's and not to like badmouth our city or anything. It's just like you get into scenarios sometimes where you really just feel like I'm just being dead ass like judged bad right now. You know, like,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
then
you see so many different types of people in bigger cities, like different walks of life.
And it's almost like everybody's seen everything there is to see. So it's like you doing something that's so different from a small town is like, I've seen that already.
Yeah, you do it here. It's like, oh my God, you're really doing that.
Yeah, I think that comes back to like the being corny, right? I feel like we need to touch on that a little bit.
Like if you want to get a camera and take pictures, and you've never done it before, do it.
Like, what are you waiting for?
You know what I'm saying? Like, do it.
Know?
Like, that's like, when people tweet like, all of a sudden, your MCM got a camera and he takes pictures now. Like, who cares?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's really like, Stop thinking people that are motivated and have ambition and want to do something that you don't have the balls to do or can't see yourself doing it, and they want to do that. Let them do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if someone really wants to do something that they love, if you're from a city that people literally judge you, right? They're on Twitter all the time. Your MCM started making music yesterday. Your MCM, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if your MCM wants to take pictures, let him take pictures. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, if he wants to make music in his little studio in his house that's jerry-rigged with some tape, your MCM just made a tape. Fuck out of here. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's called being passionate, right? That I feel like people aren't relating to the fact that there are passionate people. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, and I'm not saying this is in like a global thing. I'm saying this is in like, we're talking from experience, right? We're from a small city.
We're products of our environment.
Yeah.
So and this is what we can relate to. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's probably like that in some sort of way everywhere you go.
Yeah. And
it's like that everywhere.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
I'm just smaller here.
It's just more prevalent here because it's smaller. You know what I'm saying? If it's small,
like how do you really avoid that though? Like, is there just need to be like a big?
I think it's tunnel vision or going and doing what he did. And
does there need to be like a big surge of people saying like, no, it's not corny to start a career in something that's not, you know,
nobody fucks with you until everybody.
Is it corny to go to school,
right?
Or is it corny not to go to school? Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, do what you want to do.
Right. I just it irks me so much
thick skin too. You gotta have thick skin.
It irks me so much that social media is so like quick to make fun of someone for doing something cool as shit.
But you're just sitting.
That's your humor too.
Your phone.
Some people think that's humorous.
But as soon it's not. Though.
No, it's not.
But as soon as it pops off and they're the next big photographer or the next big rapper, oh shit!
I know about him.
Yeah. Oh, I met him back, bro. I met him back in high school. What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So stop that. Yeah. Stop that. Just let people. Fine. I'm corny. I'm corny as fuck. I don't give a shit. I'm corny as hell.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? I'm so corny, bro. Man, you don't even know how corny I am.
I make some corny shit when I leave.
Stop. Like I'm about to go to the studio and make the corniest beats, bro. Like stop playing. Like I am the MCM. I am making beats. You know what I mean? Like stop that. That shit is so crazy. Like, can we just dead that like on this podcast?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get that to be dead and like.
Can we just dead that whole shit on this podcast? I'm corny as hell.
Right now,
D-Rage is hella corny. Hella corny. Yeah. Even people in the booth, man, I'm so fucking corny. But to get off that topic, bro. Where do you want to be in 10 years, man? Where do you really see yourself? Like you're in the place to do music. What do you want to do? What does Trip want to do?
I want to change kids' lives.
Yeah.
How an artist changed mine. I want to do positive impacts. I want to hip hop is a very negative community at times, and
it's just associated with
they're not like progressing it in a way they should with like how Gary Vee and stuff is.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people open these kids' mind. You don't have to just go out here and get on a fucking 808 and spit stupid shit to be successful in this shit. You don't have to conform to everyone else. You can really make your own shit and be weird as fuck.
Whatever you want to be. There's not a weird, in my opinion.
There's not. That comes back into that corny shit.
I don't see nothing. What's normal?
Like if I'm different and it's weird to everyone else, fine, I'm weird as shit. You know what I mean?
To be honest, that's how a lot of, I feel, in my opinion, artists make it, being different, being weird.
It is. You gotta be so
interesting.
unique.
It's like, why is he like that? I want to know. Does he have any does he have any videos on YouTube?
Right.
Or does he, what's his social media accounts? What's his, it's interesting.
Like, if y'all ever noticed that, like, that weird kid in everyone's high school that's
the one that makes it.
That raps and does, like, weird shit on the side and makes pictures and shit. Like this kid right here and shit.
That's the one who makes it.
Those are the ones that in 5 years people are like, bro, I knew him in high school.
Like, holy shit.
But you weren't fucking with me in high school when I was weird as shit. You know what I mean? So like it's not you cannot play that card 10 years later when I'm doing my shit and you're still playing Fortnite. That's so relevant right now. But I didn't even mean to. Shout out to Fortnite, man. Shout out Big Twan playing all the Fortnite. But
Battle Royale.
but real shit. Like if you're really if you're really on that tip of like, I knew him when I was in high school, 10 years later, you're saying this shit, oh no, I knew him, bro. We were friends. We weren't friends. No. You know what I mean? So get off this corny wave. Get off this shit.
If you're not, like, this is how I'm feeling right now, going into 2018. If you're my friend, or you say you're my friend, or you associate with me any kind of way, like, as far as, like, I actually, you know, you've been to my house and that kind of stuff. That's how I associate as, like, friends. You've been at my house, that type of stuff. You ain't out here.
My mom.
You ain't out here retweeting my shit.
Yeah.
You ain't out here talking about my shit. You ain't out here seeing how I'm doing in this shit.
Right.
And or not interested. If I'm popping in 10 years, I don't know you.
I don't
know you.
I've never known you.
And I'm dead ass about that. I don't know you if you're not
really
supporting me.
Yeah, you can. I wish you got. Well, we got like, the camera stopped filming, but I wish you could see Wonder. He got real close to the mic when he said that. I don't know you. Okay, we never knew you, right?
Don't know you.
We don't even know you. If you weren't playing my beats in your car when I dropped a beat for the first time, telling me that shit was crazy, bro. I don't know you.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know you. So yeah, I'm at the end of the day, I'm mad corny. Wonder's mad corny. Trip's way corny, right? Right?
Extremely corny.
Way fucking cornier than me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm mad corny. I'm just trying to be like, I'm gonna put that on Twitter and all, bro. I'm mad corny. I'm cornier than anybody.
Bio.
Yeah, man.
New bio coming soon. New handle coming soon.
New handle. just cornball. That's my new handball. My handball. But yeah, man. So I really
I just want to change these kids' lives, bro. Yeah. I just want them to know. Cause I was so picked on a lot in life, and I had problems, drug problems and shit. Yeah. And I just want to speak to those kids and those people. Yeah. And like, just focus in. It don't have to be rap. It don't have to be anything anyone else is doing. Like, just focus in on what you're doing. Live in the moment. Have passion. Don't get caught up in all the noise and the demon in yourself telling you that you ain't shit. That's the worst killer, to be honest.
Yeah, that voice in the back of your head every time you do something new, saying, "This is kind of weird." Yeah. Do you really want to do this? Say fuck yeah.
That ass,
you know what I mean?
That's the biggest killer is procrastination and that demon inside you. That like, 'cause there's always.
I'm a big procrastinator.
There's always something inside you that's just like, oh, that's not good, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, I'm not. Think of what you are. You fucking have this, so fucking take that and do it.
All right.
You can't think about what you're not and what everyone else is doing and you can't do. I know what I can do, so I'm gonna perfect that.
Right. Yeah.
That's really all.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're all great people. We all have abilities to do anything we want to do if we put our minds to it. If you really want to do it, you have.
Wonder's out here preaching.
You really just gotta just do it.
That's it, bro. And just be as corny as possible.
Yeah, make sure you add some extra corny.
Status.
Just literally go out of your way to be so corny to people that like people really fuck with you. Like, damn, he's corny. You know what I mean? I want it to be a new thing. Like, corny is positive.
Corny is a new thing.
Exactly. But Trip, anything you want to plug? You got a new album? Anything?
Album coming soon. I love every motherfucker on this goddamn planet.
Yeah, that's the album name right there. I love everyone, man.
Do you got a name for it or not yet?
Y'all can't get that shit soon.
You got singles dropping? Anything?
Yeah, I got some shit dropping, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean I ain't telling y'all.
Rage Radio can't even get the premiere. Nothing.
Shit, we got an aux cord. I can play a little snippet.
Hey man, aux cord coming soon for the unreleased shit. But hey man, you've been listening to Rage Radio. I've been D-Rage.
And I'm Wonder.
It's Trip.
Thank you guys for listening today. There's more coming soon. We're gonna be probably doing these once a week. I want to say we're gonna get rolling right now. This has really just been that first pilot, just to really see, just to fuck with the homie, really see what you guys think. This is very like raw. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
it'll be more polished.
Yeah, I really feel like
there wasn't that much preparation.
No, like I wish if like I have a Google Drive open right next to me on my laptop about what we're talking about. I made this shit 10 minutes before we turned the mics on.
Well, we had the mics on.
Yeah, we've been recording, but like
honestly,
we really started. We just sat down and did this shit. So like, I mean, I really hope people really like fuck with listening to this. I really hope you guys are in your car right now listening to this. I want to see everybody at the next hip hop showcase. Every showcase.
Exactly.
Right.
Not just the hip hop ones either.
No, every show. If there's a show, man, listen, I'm about to go on a little tangent about the local shit too. If there's the local shit happening in your scene, right? You're from a small city. I don't care where you're at, big, whatever. If it's local, go to that shit.
What people don't understand about the local shit, if you're making it hot, if it's a thing to do locally, you can set a trend, let that catch fire, take it somewhere to like Detroit, or take it somewhere like Lansing or Grand Rapids. This shit it catches on fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Quick.
Support.
That's what I mean.
That's
like
it.
It's the local scene is the scene, right? You're not mainstream people came from local, right? No one was mainstream to start. Nobody, Drake, nobody. All these guys were not mainstream to start. They were local at one point. I can't even stress that enough. I can't.
You can't?
I literally can't. Like it's if you're quick to retweet Drake's Twitter account
or like their fucking pics
or anything, and you see somebody local and you say that's corny, because I'm mad corny, right?
I'm about to go on a rant for a second.
Because it's talking shit too.
Oh my, that's what pisses me off.
Retweet
you
locals,
out here,
man.
You out
Spread
here
love.
supporting, oh man, I love this artist, or you hear that new such and such, this is so hot, da da da. You don't know them people. They're not gonna, chances are you're never gonna know them, you're never gonna meet them, and if you ever did, they probably wouldn't even really notice you or remember you. These are the type of people here locally that you physically can touch. You can physically get in contact.
You can go to their
you
show.
You typically know what type
you can
of
build
car
relationships with them still.
And that's almost the best part. You can really meet these people.
You know what kind of cars they probably drive and where they live.
You probably know where they work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So it's like those people you can actually touch. These type of people like Drake, Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying?
Whoever.
Travis Scott, you can't touch them.
No.
Ever.
They made it to where they are because they were local and people showed them love local. So that's the only reason we have mainstream music, is because they're not local anymore.
That's what I'm saying. So come fuck with us.
Whoever it is. Come fuck with us.
You can touch us. That's why we're doing this shit.
Honestly, but we've been talking for a while, man. It's been a good ass episode.
Yeah.
I want to see everybody at the next hip hop showcase, right? We're gonna start announcing these monthly. All the artists. If you want to actually be in the showcase, hit me a Wonder Up, Charles, anybody. Excellency Music, Troy Wheeler, any of those guys. Hit them up to be in the any of our shows. Come fuck with us, man.
We'll get your shit on blast.
Yeah,
have it booming. Oh, and shout out to Trip for coming all the way to LA to be there to perform too. That was amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for having me, guys, for your first episode.
Yes. No. Yes. This man really flew out all the way from LA, came and fucked with our podcast, came and performed at our hip hop showcase, and showed love.
And if you can't do that 10 minutes away, fuck you.
Come on. Yes. So come show love to us. But yeah, this has been Rage Radio. Thank you guys for listening.